man, horrified, discovered that the prison he was in was actually on a cruise ship. Not only that, but the ship was sailing in unknown waters. What's worse, there were several guards on the deck, armed and watching him. Escaping from here seemed nearly impossible. With no other option, Ray had no choice but to return to his cell. But it didn't take long for the warden to notice something was wrong. He found a few screws in Ray's cell, and that immediately caught his attention. Soon after, the colleague who had arranged for Ray to be sent to the prison called the warden. He revealed that Ray was an expert at breaking out of prisons, and even paid the warden a hefty sum to keep Ray locked up forever. If successful, he promised to bring the media to boost the prison's fame. The warden eagerly agreed and ordered 24/7 surveillance on Ray. Whenever Ray tried to sleep, the guards would intentionally make noise or beat him up. After a few days of brutal treatment, Ray was on the brink of death. Seeing this, the warden eased up on his watch. But little did he know, Ray had never given up on escaping. To figure out the ship's exact location, he stole a fellow inmate's glasses and created a makeshift navigational instrument. As long as he could see the night sky, he could calculate their position with precision. However, being a high-profile prisoner, Ray couldn't risk being caught using it. So he approached Emil for help, hoping he could find a way to get to a spot where he could see the stars. Emil turned to his old rival, Javid, for help. Tempted by the idea of escaping, Javid agreed. He then went to the warden and told him someone was planning an escape. Javid said that if he could be allowed to pray under the open sky, he'd reveal the plan. The warden, knowing that Javid was a devout believer, agreed. Javid had always been seen praying with his guards at certain times of the day, but what the warden didn't realize was that Javid and Ray had already come to an understanding. Thanks to the warden's oversight, Ray got the data he needed. He calculated that they were near the coast of Morocco, in international waters, with calm seas and close proximity to land, making it ideal for a secret offshore prison. Now that Ray had the exact coordinates, he had to figure out how to send a message. He decided to approach the prison doctor, who had treated him during his torture. Through their long interactions, Ray had figured out the doctor was a good person at heart. Though initially unwilling to help, the doctor eventually agreed after Ray persuaded him. On the day of the escape, everything went as planned, and they managed to get out. Before leaving, Ray made sure to destroy the security cameras, though they took a quick pose for the cameras. However, when they reached the stairway, they discovered the manhole cover was locked with an electronic system. With no other options, they had to come up with a new plan. On their way back, they ran into a guard, and Javid was accidentally shot. In a panic, they took refuge in a room, but couldn't understand how their escape was exposed. It didn't take long for Ray to spot a motion sensor. He quickly disabled it, then told Emil and Javid to return to the earlier stairway, while he would head to the power room to cut the electricity. If the power was turned off, the electronic lock would automatically open. Just as he was about to reach the power room, the guards arrived. This time, Javid stepped in front of Emil, fighting off the guards. Unfortunately, he was gunned down by the guards. Meanwhile, Ray reached the power room, knocked out the employee, and quickly turned off the power. Emil managed to open the manhole cover and dealt with the guards who were pursuing him. Ray hid in a water tank, and the power system was quickly restored. As the water tank began to drain, Ray followed the current and ended up in the open sea. Emil saw Ray and threw him a rescue ladder. Just then, the warden showed up and opened fire on them. Seeing this, Emil threw Ray a gun. Ray shot at the fuel tank behind them, and with a loud explosion, the warden was killed. With that, Ray and Emil successfully escaped.